Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
All right.
So then we'll go ahead and get started. I'll send out the email to a couple people or text the other people and let them know. So, all right. Thank you, Danielle, for being here and take it away.
All right. Can't say if this is going to be long. Last time I was long-winded. So let's see what's going to happen. Today's been a busy week. What oils are y'all putting on? I'm putting on Progestins Plus because, as women, if we want to have our hormonal balance and stop sweating, which in Louisiana heat is already terrible, you want to keep your estrogen and progesterone in balance. So Progesterone Plus. I also rubbed on some Clarity. I have some Abundance and Geranium. So just oil up, people. That's where that's our first step is oiling up.
Well, I'm loving Dragon Time.
Yeah. I told that to one guy, woman. I was like, "Oh, you need Dragon Time," and they're like, "Why do they call it Dragon Time? Is it because your woman becomes a dragon?" I'm like, "Yeah, pretty much." Strangely enough, it'll pop up on men. On the Zyto and stuff, it'll pop up on men that can use it as well because men have estrogen and they need it to balance as well. Yeah.
Yes.
Also, men can take the PD 80/20, and some even have taken the cortisol because, again, we all have the same hormones. We just need them in different ratios. It's kind of like a lot of women don't realize that they need testosterone to build up your muscles and for energy and very much the brain. Estrogen is needed for the brain health as well. Okay, so Sulfurzyme, we have it in two forms. Here's the bottle. Before compliance happened and all that FDA stuff, we used to actually say on the bottle for carb digestion and liver support. Our reference books still talk about the liver support. The main one that a lot of people use it for, and I'm going to say a lot of stuff that you can go and look it up, and you might call these are things that people use it for support, but you go ahead and no diagnosis are being made. I'm just saying what people use it for in support of their healthy regimen. Sulfurzyme is amazing. I'm going to tell y'all exactly why. It has MSM, which is your sulfur that even if you're allergic to sulfur drugs, anybody is allergic to sulfur drugs, those are synthetic. Your body needs natural sulfur. And it's pretty neat. You have something called like some little energy factories in your cells called mitochondria. And we're all going back to biology. Well, they need fuel. They need to work well. They need to get the waste out of your system. They need to power up your cell. They're like the little batteries of your cell. Well, as we age or have inflammation or have had that C thing that's running around or any of these bio weapons that have been engineered, they're messing with our mitochondria. And when our mitochondria are messed up with aging, inflammation, or viruses, they don't work as well. So we're not detoxing as well. We're not having enough energy. The joints start hurting. You're having problems with carb digestion, which sometimes that can lead to allergies or sugar issues. So a lot of times, what if I would have to say one supplement, besides I love BLM. You already know I love BLM. Everybody, I believe, over the age of about 40 should be on BLM. It's because it's for bone, liver, and muscle support. You get creaky in those joints because as our estrogen starts dropping, our body will steal what it needs. You're not taking vitamins. You're not, your body's aging. It's needing nutrition. Just like a pregnant woman, if that baby needs something, it's going to steal it from a mom's body. A mom will have joint issues. She'll have pain. She'll almost lose her teeth. Her teeth will get loose. I mean, there's all kind of things, but it's actually because her baby is stealing her nutrition. Well, as we age, your body will steal the nutrition it needs. It'll steal it from your joints. Um, it'll steal it from your muscle. If we don't want that steal to happen, we need to support it. So that's why I love BLM. And BLM has Sulfurzyme in it, so that's why I'm talking about it. But if I'd have to say one absolute anti-aging, supporting the whole body, supporting cell-to-cell communication, it would be Sulfurzyme. You can't overdose with it. You will sometimes have a mild detox reaction because you're actually doing it. It's flushing things out. It's like, oh, thanks. Let's get rid of. Now we can support. Also, Sulfurzyme nourishes the ligands. Ligands are your little cell transporters that take the oils and bring them from one cell to the other. So it'll help you utilize your oils better. So if you don't feel like you're getting the best support out of your oils, well, maybe we need to support your cells, your ligands, your mitochondria. ATP is very, very important. The more they're finding out about the C that everybody dreads, it starts in the cell. It starts in the mitochondria. The cell doesn't perform the way it should. So if we can keep that cell healthy and happy, we're going to do a whole lot better. Our NingXia Red also helps with cell-to-cell communication because we don't want any of our cells to go rogue. We want them healthy, happy, and doing what they're supposed to do. Sulfurzyme can help joints. That's why it's in BLM. A lot of people can take 10 to 20. It'll help with pain, inflammation. Some take it for allergies. If you ever worked out really hard, if you take Sulfurzyme right after you've worked out, it'll help the lactic acid not to build up in your body because it's helping the water to get out of your cells. So that's just a little tip. Work out, Sulfurzyme. And it does really work. So does BLM. I love Sulfurzyme for that. Also,
pills or powder?
I prefer pills because I don't like the taste of the powder. And unless you're putting it in something or making your own pills, like if you love shakes and smoothies, maybe, but it still has a funky taste. So unless your body is specifically calling for the powder, some people do call for the powder, do the pills. They're just easy to take 5 to 10 and 20 at a time. You're like, Sulfurzyme is one of those away from food items. So I like to take it right before bed.
But we also use it in the red drink. It is in the red drink, the powder. You can't put the pills in there. So make sure that people know they can't open the pills to.
Right. You cannot open. I mean, you could. It's just this one you need to take away from food. So.
Right. I tried to mix the capsules into because I didn't have the powder one time. It doesn't mix. It didn't work.
I guess
did the red drink.
Huh. Interesting.
It didn't work.
Well, I'm more of a capsule person, but
yeah.
It also helps with a lot of autoimmune diseases, again, because your cells are not functioning the way they are supposed to. A lot of people think there's some hypothesis that autoimmune diseases are really some parasites in the cells, and your body's fighting them.
Right.
If your cells are functioning, they're able to get rid of the things like parasites. But I love Sulfurzyme. Sulfurzyme is great. Yes, you can put it in the powder. You can put in drinks. But if you're busy, 5 to 10, start off slow. Yeah, just pop them in. Go to bed and just pop in Sulfurzyme. Or if you don't eat breakfast, do it an hour before breakfast, then drink and then have your breakfast later. So but while we were talking about it, remember I was telling you BLM is one of my favorite supplements. Especially as women, as our estrogen starts dropping, sometimes you'll have joint pain. And they're like, well, it's from low estrogen. Well, Sulfurzyme and BLM will really help support, because if you remember when some of us were pregnant, our joints would hurt, and BLM helped me a lot. So again, it's another estrogen drop, because you have low estrogen when you're pregnant. It's your progesterone's high, so you're having some of the same symptoms. So what do we do when we supplement? We supplement the same things. We want to give our body what it needs. So Sulfurzyme is really, really important. Everybody can take it. I have had weird people say they were allergic to it. I don't know. I mean, it's in your body, so okay, go eat fruits and veggies instead. You can. I don't know. People are funny. I just kind of laugh. So that's Agiles is another one that's good for joint support. Since we're talking about things that are good for joint support, that has frankincense resin powder. You can take all of them together. You could take Sulfurzyme, you could take BLM, and you can throw in some Agiles.
And she'll talk more about these because in a couple months we're going to talk about movement, and we'll talk more about. We'll get into the joints, but you're getting a little freebies right now.
Yeah, those are just combos that go really well together. So I just wanted to mention it because I don't know if y'all working in gardening, but it's summer. We're starting to get active. If you feeling your body going, maybe not, that's, I've been doing, and the bottle may say 1 or 2 pills. I'll do it when I need. I'll take 5 BLM. I'm even got Joey going on it, but it makes such a difference. I can feel the difference in my joints, right? But the next day, I can feel it.
Do you attribute that to the sulfur?
Yeah,
it's the sulfur, the collagen, the glucosamine, and sometimes I think it's also a little bit of the wintergreen. But it is good. BLM is my favorite. Speaking of favorite, it's right here. And I'm sure Ruth tells you this. If you are one of those people that have problems taking your stuff, either keep it by the fridge or keep it by your toothbrush. So right when you're waking up and you're eating, or right when you're brushing your teeth and going to bed. Okay, so BLM. We have glucosamine, collagen 2, MSM, gran fir, wintergreen, manganese, and clove. It's amazing. It's just really good. It says nutritional support for joint mobility by providing support for muscle, ligament, and bone health. Amazing. It's my favorite. I actually had a second bottle because I introduced Joey to it, and he's like, "Oh, that's good stuff." So, yeah, I got to share now. So we have 2 bottles, but I'll do 4 or 5, and I will kind of like
just a minute.
It's me.
I know I'm muting you. I got her muted now.
Yeah, so BLM is really, really good. We totally enjoy it. What I was saying is, it's kind of like for Sulfurzyme and BLM, because you need it, you can keep taking. It's like storing it in the bank. You just kind of like, it's not gonna go. It's not one of those that you'll take the supplement and then your body will be like, we don't need that. We're flushing it out. Bye-bye, down the drain, toilet. This is one that it will start. You'll see it in your face. Anytime when Joey was having some liver problems and we didn't know about it until we did some insurance paperwork and some blood work, but you could see it in his face. He wasn't sleeping and he was getting red little parts, and his eyes were real wrinkled. So you can know how your liver's doing based on your face and your eyes. But the minute he started taking care of his liver, we did a lot of stuff. Back then we did a lot of turmeric. We did Ledum. We did GLF. We did all those things. But it was amazing. And he also started going to bed early. When we did those things, his face changed. Yeah. So when you do BLM, women, if you starting to get some wrinkles and dry skin, it'll help. You'll see your face changing because it has collagen, and we start losing collagen as we age.
So dark circles, the dark circles under your eyes are actually indicative of liver problems. So if you have bags under your eyes, that's a kidney issue. So that's one of the ways to tell about it. The other thing is when you get a line between on your brow right here, a line between, that's liver too. Yep. So you can tell, and I have a line and I have those dark circles.
Oh yeah, well, it happens when we age. But Sulfurzyme is liver support. So because it's BLM, you're having the liver support and the liver. Okay, so those are my fun tips. Let's see. Why did I put out? I put allergies. I wrote myself little notes just to remember. A mineral essence is another one that it's a liquid. You put in your ice box. It tastes like crud. My kids love to do torture treatment with mineral essence. This is one that if you don't like the taste, put it in capsules. Another thing that you can do with it is you can rub it behind your knees. And what's amazing is a lot of people that are ADD need their minerals, and children, and they'll put it behind their knees because the kids are like, I'm not touching that. It tastes funny. It looks gross. I mean, it's so bad. We put it under our tongues and swallow, but if you need it, it will taste bad. When you don't need it, it won't taste bad. It has tons of minerals. Our soil's depleted. We're not doing where we're replenishing the soil. So a lot of the foods are minerally depleted. Boron, I've been learning a lot about boron, is one of those minerals that we don't have in our soil anymore, and everyone is depleted in it. I'm pretty sure it's in the mineral essence. I know we have lithium. I mean, you have all these minerals that you wouldn't get in the soil or the food. So that one's, if you're going to boost your immune system, mineral essence is very, very important. You can add it to Sulfurzyme, add it to the NingXia Red, drink it. I've heard that tastes good, and the alkaline. So a lot of people do NingXia Red, Sulfurzyme, alkaline, and mineral essence, all in the same little concoction. And they say it's delicious. And what they'll do is, a lot of people will do it. They'll make a big liter of it, like remember our NingXia Red bottles. They'll put all of that in there, and then they'll add water. And then throughout the day, they'll sip on that bottle. So it'll have their Sulfurzyme, the minerals, the alkaline, the NingXia Red, and the water, because sometimes we're not drinking enough water. So you'll have the NingXia Red, but your body wants to flush it out. And if you don't combine that water, the NingXia Red is good, but then you have waste just going like, hey, I want to get out. So that's what a lot of people do. And they'll put in the ice box, and they said that's a great way for your whole family to get an electrolyte drink almost that you can drink all throughout the day. You just put it on the table, everybody passes by and drinks some. So that's one of the fun things. It's great. It has the royal jelly. It has cinnamon. It's a strong flavor. I don't even know if we need the cinnamon. But it is so strong. But it's good for mood. As we grow older, our hair changes and our body changes, and minerals help to supplement. Helps with depression. Mineral is something, again, as the collagen, as our cells are doing, minerals are something that we really need. That's something that takes a nosedive as we're aging. So minerals is something that I'm really learning to supplement. Now, electrolytes. We all know we're a battery. You need it to replenish. That electrolyte drops, whenever they come back in stock, would be wonderful to add to that combination. You can either have them with energy or without energy. So that means if you want pretty much like low dose, kind of like caffeine, take the energized ones. But if you want something that's just you can take at all hours of the day, the regular ones are good. Find out what your flavor you like. I think mine is probably I like the berry ones and the citrus. So I kind of grapefruit. It's kind of like it in the middle. It's amazing when Joey and I work outside a lot. We'll start feeling drained and worn out because you're sweating so much. So if you can replenish, it's amazing. When we replenish with electrolytes, we immediately feel the energy boost. It's like, oh my gosh, that made a difference. So in this heat, it's very important to do electrolytes. While we're out, you can do, in substitute of electrolyte, you can do alkaline, NingXia Red, Sulfurzyme, and add some Himalayan salt, a little touch of Himalayan salt. And if you really want to get fun, add some honey, because honey and salt will help replenish, and that'll be like kind of like natural Gatorade. And if you really like stuff, you know, if y'all are getting the Make It, I think it's Make a Shift, or I always get it every month. It has NingXia Red, the nitro, and then it comes with an orange and a lime, and you can add those as well to this electrolyte drink that you're making. I love those. So
Could you repeat that again? Alkaline NingXia Red.
okay, it's really what you have on hand, but I like NingXia Red, alkaline, because you have the lime powder and in there that helps your body become less acidic. You can add some Himalayan salt, some mineral essence, and some honey.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's and add extra water. And you can add some orange, some lime, grapefruit. Just again, when we're wanting to support our liver, all your citruses are like liver support. They are powerhouses. So that is why our NingXia Red and Nitro come with an orange and a lime, because our bodies, it's powerhouses. Citruses are so amazing. The D-limonene is so anti-C. And just to help your liver. Anytime I do a lot of scans, yes, all that, and there's a virus going on in a family, most of the time, because your liver supports your body when you're dealing with viruses so much, I will always see a citrus on a scan when someone is dealing with viruses, almost 100% of the time. I've never seen it not. Also, when they're dealing with viruses, strangely enough, you'll see a lot of emotional oils. Emotional oils are very powerful. I know people look at Harley's crawling to this kitchen. That's my lip. They had the last day of school today, so it's been a wild day. So they're powerhouses. Harley, should I ask you what I was just saying? You come out. Go. Thank you. See, I guess she didn't need to be here. Emotional oils. A lot of times we look at emotional oils and we go, oh, that's just joy. That's just abundance. But they are powerhouses for the immune system. I mean, powerhouses. You will, every time I see someone that's dealing with something viral or autoimmune or anything else, it will always pop up emotional oils. Because they're, and at first I was like, well, that's weird. They're dealing with like a cold. Why do they need joy, or why do they need forgiveness or abundance? Or because they're powerhouses. So anytime you may need some immune support, do not discredit those emotional oils. Abundance is a great substitute for thieves.
So 6 minutes, Danielle, 6 minutes of negative thought suppresses the immune system for 21 hours. So basically a day.
Yeah, so it's
that's why they work so well, because
they're bringing you back to if I'm on I was at a conference one time, and I don't know what I was thinking. I was going to an oil conference, and I brought one oil. I brought abundance, and I wasn't feeling good, and I used abundance. I was like dropping it, rubbing it, and within about 12 hours I was back to normal. So I have used it as a substitute for thieves. Yeah, emotional oils are amazing. It's why the body and the emotional connection is so strong. But they are powerhouses. Don't discredit the emotional oils. I know I talked to y'all about nasal inhalers, but those are pretty amazing. As we get into the season of summer, you can, peppermint on your neck is so good that poof. I'll even do thieves chest rub. I'll rub it on my neck. Oh, I mean, I'm sweating anyway, so it's like a sauna. So all of it in, you're getting it, breathing it in. So I work outside, I sweat, and I give myself a spot treatment with the thieves chest rub. Which tip, I keep my thieves chest rub in my ice box, so that it's nice and cold when you're applying it. So that's, but as we get into this season, another thing you can do is, especially if you're traveling, is you can do nasal inhalers with emotional oils. So let's say you're going on a trip and you know it's going to be stressful. Put some white angelica in a nasal inhaler and inhale. Abundance, joy, valor. We always think the nasal inhalers are for RC, Raven, which I do, and peppermint. Those are great. But it is also very, very possible and supportive to get a big thing of nasal inhalers and make your own, but make them for emotional. So, you're having a bad day, your boss was grumpy, joy up your nose. You're getting it, it's going to hit your brain quick. So that's just a little tip, just off the topic, that emotional oils can be really supportive for the whole body. And you can put them. And the reason I know about the emotional oils and the nasal inhalers is because I had a big old batch, and my 4-year-old decided that she needed to make mystery oils. So she made like joy, forgiveness, envision. And I'm like, what am I smelling? And I'm having to smell them because she labeled none of them. She was like, haha, have fun. This is fun. So I had mystery oils. And so she reminded me that I was like, that is actually kind of smart, because a lot of times, because oils smell so differently to everyone, when my kids hit high school, they didn't want to wear oils anymore, because if someone needed joy, they would think they stunk. So they stopped wearing oils at that time. But if they had joy in a nasal inhaler, they could inhale, and they would be smelling it, and the person who really needed it wouldn't have to think they stunk. And so, does anybody have any questions? I know I went quicker than last time.
Does anyone have questions about Sulfurzyme? Anything she talked about Sulfurzyme? Do you have any questions?
Mineral essence, BLM, Adelaide.
I love Sulfurzyme, the powder. So I make red drinks all the time, and they're great for the liver. So Sulfurzyme, lime, and just NingXia Red. It's one of the recipes I hand out for wellness maps with people. But I like the powder. So I think it has a little bit of a stevia sweetener in it. And
Yeah.
for people who don't like stevia, which I'm typically that way, but it's actually grown on me. I mean, I don't mind it in Sulfurzyme with the NingXia Red. So
Yeah, your body might like stevia. Yeah, I'll have to try the powder again. But yeah, many years ago, the powder was like, nobody. I would have to make it into low capsules. Plus, I forget to make drinks.
right.
I have NingXia Red packets because I'm busy. So
Right. Because we're, like we'll get ready to go for the day. So I'll make a red drink to take with us for the day to go do services with people and see them. So the other thing is mineral essence. I just put that in water. Once you get over the hump with it, I found that, when I first tried it, it was pretty strong and not the most pleasant tasting thing. But once you put it in water, and that's, and I would have never done that. But when Jen O'Sullivan, when I took the wellness mapping course with her for that 18 months, she said, do 3 half dropperfuls in the morning and sip on that water, and then 2 at night, because she likes minerals on board at night. So what do you think about that, Danielle? Do you think it's important to have some minerals on board at night as your body's rejuvenating and fixing itself up?
I don't know. I mean, I have never thought about it, but I normally, when I'm giving the body good stuff at night, I'm giving it probiotics, I'm giving it Sulfurzyme, I'm giving it BLM. Minerals would be good. Depends
I'm
on how
giving it multigreens and detoxine too, because the liver really likes that stuff.
If I was probably doing mineral essence, another thing you can do is, if you do want to do it at night, is you can put Epsom salt, put mineral essence, and do a bath in it, so your body's absorbing it that way. So if
that's a great idea.
Yeah, just if you ever get a sunburn, mineral essence on the skin is really good. So I've done mineral essence in Epsom salt and had a bath.
Okay.
Again, if you don't like the taste, that's just a good way to, until everybody's, body's adjusting and doesn't need it as much. Yeah, you could do it at night, a bath.
Yeah. Well, and those minerals are in ionic form, so the body absorbs them that way, whereas a lot of times your body's not getting them in. So that's why the salts are so good because those are, melting down in the water. So, but Gary put these in ionic form so they make sure they get into the cell. So the bioavailability. And it's funny, I had a scan today and there's some things that showed up, but one of the things that did show up is that my minerals were great.
Oh,
And
good.
I use mineral essence. So,
Yeah, you've been doing it a lot. Yeah. Um, yeah, minerals, that's something that we're all needing. It helps when your estrogen starts needing to be stabilized to keep your mood balanced. A lot of times they say, the women go to menopause, crazy women, it helps to balance out. It's because our bodies are needing the minerals. But yeah, another thing is I'll rub it on the back of my neck, just like I would magnesium oil, because it has some magnesium in it. So mineral.
since it has the royal jelly in it too, is that kind of sticky though, or is it okay? You just have to massage it in a little. I've never tried it on the skin.
It's a little sticky, but I also do castor oil on my skin. So I guess
Okay.
castor oil is another one that you can use on your skin that is really, really good because castor oil penetrates water, like it disperses. So because we're mostly water, castor oil is really good for the skin. I mean, besides that, it's also, you can make castor oil packs. It helps the body. It's anti-inflammatory. It's good for inflammation. It is really good. You can put on your face. You can put on your body. So anytime I'm making which I'll give you all a recipe. I'm trying to think where I have it. I did an eye serum, but it has castor oil and black seed oil. And I add castor oil, hemp, black seed, stuff like that. And I always add castor oil to my skin stuff, and it's pretty amazing. You can also put a little bit of castor oil in your bathtub oils, like if put oils with castor oil and put it for a penetrating oil in your bathtub. But yeah,
Right.
castor oil is really amazing. It is a little sticky, but once it absorbs, um, it's like the skin has vibrancy.
Okay.
Um,
So
definitely
how hard is it to clean the bathtub after you've used all these oils in it?
yeah, you just take a towel and wipe it down.
Thieves.
Yeah, you just don't use a lot.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, my bathtubs are slip and slide. They can be a
Yeah, I
little.
think like when you told me before when I had that Delta variant, and you told me I was using like a quarter cup of coconut oil with like 3 or 4 cups of Epsom salt. So it barely, I mean,
Yeah,
but because it's so antiviral since we were dealing with viruses and stuff. So, but yeah.
yeah. A good
So,
one is 1/4 coconut oil,
yeah.
one 1 to 2 cups of castor oil, and 20 drops of lavender is amazing. Um,
Okay.
just after you do it, maybe put some dish soap down the drain. I mean, it's not a lot. Your body's going to absorb most of it. I also do our V6 or our ortho-ease if I'm dealing with something, kind of like a oil bath. I will throw that in my bath.
Okay.
So if your body's really dry, and as we're getting older, it is dry, most of it, if you don't use a lot, your body's going to absorb it. Most of it is going into you.
Yeah.
You'll
Question.
feel you'll feel it
Feels
after
like
you
this
have.
year it feels like this spring and summer, a lot of people are struggling with it feels drier than usual. More people are struggling with drier skin. Are
Yeah,
you feeling that?
yeah, I have. We've been having a drought, kind of. I mean, we're about to have rain for 2 weeks, but it was a drier. It was almost drought. Like they were telling us not to burn bans. Like it was that
Okay.
dry. But yeah, castor oil. That would be castor oil. Our V6. I do that with Epsom salt in the bathtub, or without Epsom salt, whatever you like. But castor oil is amazing. Castor oil with a little bit of lavender is really good for your eyelashes and your eyebrows. It's It's in your serums a lot of times. My daughter's been using castor oil on her eyelashes because she wants to have long eyelashes like everyone else in the family, because she ended up getting her dad's eyelashes. So she's kind of upset. So she's trying, and she said it is helping.
Okay.
It also, because of that would also help with dry eyes. Again, a little sticky, but once it absorbs, it's wonderful.
Okay. Does anyone else have any other questions?
What if you don't want to take a bath and you just want to use these products on your body
You can. You can.
after your shower?
Mm-hmm. You can. Totally. You can also add sugar with some of these products and do sugar scrubs while you're in the shower. We love sugar scrubs. Add a little bit of olive oil or V6 or Ortho-Ease with some type of sugar, which that's the only time I actually sometimes use white sugar. You can also do a salt scrub. You can do Epsom salt, Himalayan salt, sea salt, whatever, Dead Sea salts. You add oils, you add a little bit of carrier oil, rub it, make it as your consistency, rub it on your skin, great exfoliant, and it's moisturizing at the same time. My kids were little and they were eating the sugar scrubs, but even RC, it seems, tastes great in a sugar scrub. I'm like, oh my gosh. But when you have oils and kids all this time. Another thing that you can use after your bathtub, if it's one of my favorite products, is our Animal Sense ointment. It's a little thick, so if you want to mix it up in your hands, rub it, and then you can just slather it. Animal Sense is very good for when you're I don't know what y'all say, your vagina gets real dry from estrogen dropping. Animal Sense is amazing. So you don't want that pain, as the estrogen drops, you're losing your moisture. So that's why I'm saying all these things, because your skin is needing its moisture, all areas. And that's something that's very healthy. I was looking at one cream one time and had propylene glycol. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to fry off my, I'm allergic to propylene glycol. It makes my skin red. I'm like, oh, they want women to put that down there. Ah! Okay, so off topic, but yeah, Animal Sense ointment, all of these would be something that would support your sensitive areas.
Can I ask a question? What about the cellulite magic massage oil?
It's good. You can even add some ledum, and you can add some citrus fresh to it to put it on at night for your cellulite. It's a detox. It totally detoxes. Now it detoxes so much, I can feel it working. Like it'll tingle. Like you're like, whoa, this is working.
What was that? What did you add with it?
You can add ledum and cellulite, citrus fresh, to make it more intense for cellulite.
Ledum is an oil, Michelle. Ledum.
Yeah, Ledum. It's for your liver.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because again, that actual combination is what you call petrochemical detox. Because what's in your cellulite?
It's Ledum is in JuvaCleanse too. The blend JuvaCleanse. That's why it's a little bit more spendy oil, but she's right. It's this amazing detoxer.
Yeah, and you don't have to use a lot. Like one bottle, I think you put like 1/3 of a bottle in it. Now, if you don't have Ledum, you could add GLF, JuvaCleanse.
JuvaFlex.
It's not in JuvaFlex.
Not JuvaFlex, okay.
What was you said JuvaCleanse, and what was the other one?
GLF, gallbladder liver flush. It's in both of those, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay.
And those are kind of comparable. You could substitute either one of those. They're very comparable. I feel like the GLF might have a little bit more kidney support because it has celery seed, which supports the kidneys, and urea coming out of your body. And I learned that when I did a scan for a guy that I didn't know was on dialysis, and he needed celery seed, and he needed and when I looked it up, and I was like, well, we have it in like our GLF. And I was like, why? And when I looked it up, it was because it helps get urea out of the body. And what was happening is the urea wasn't coming out of his body, so it was coming on his skin, and he had all these rashes. And it was one of those early days in my career, and I'm like, what the heck am I doing here? She's like, oh yeah, I have a young living person, but I really want somebody to help my dad. I'm like, oh, this is out of my scan. I'm like, just go back to here's your Zyto. This is out of my pay grade. Go back to the person that you buy oils from, and thank you.
Well, the GLF and the JuvaCleanse, they're quite pricey, I guess.
That's why
Yeah, well, they're powerful. That's when you possibly use your reward points, or you can also get a little bottle.
Yeah, that's why I said Ledum is expensive, and they're in JuvaCleanse and GLF, and that's why they're pricey.
Ah.
Because Ledum is a very expensive essential oil.
So what can you use in place of them where it's?
I mean, you could just not. You could use. You really can't use anything besides that. I mean,
Okay.
you can do extra Sulfurzyme.
They're worth the price. They're worth the price.
Now you can get. I think GLF comes in a 5 milliliter.
Right. And you can get JuvaCleanse, the Vitality, which I'll talk about on Saturday. Right. Those oils, that's one of the things I'm going to share about, is how you can get some of those more expensive oils economically through using Vitality.
Oh yeah, same bottle, different label. I mean, same oil, different labels. But she'll talk about that. Everybody's like, "Can I use the peppermint, to drink?" But it's not Vitality. I'm like, yeah, it's the same bottle. It's just we have to talk about it differently for FTC purposes because labeling laws are weird. So we play the game. Yeah, I use my reward points for those type of things. I do.
Exactly.
I mean, it'll still work. The cellulite magic, it'll still work without Ledum. But if you're really wanting to focus on liver, maybe take some Sulfurzyme. JuvaFlex is good. JuvaFlex is in the Golden Touch kit, which is an amazing little kit that I like. It has like Thieves, JuvaFlex, Digest, Purification, RC, and I think Raven maybe. It's great. If you're getting reward points and redeeming them, Golden Touch is a great little kit. It's only on Central Rewards. And so JuvaFlex helps. It just opens up it opens up the little ducts. It's like, woohoo, open up, So JuvaFlex is always good. I use JuvaFlex and Digest every time I'm doing a foot detox bath. And it's amazing what comes out. So even if you have the cellulite magic and maybe some JuvaFlex, not having it won't hurt you. It's just good stuff. It's just powerful things. It's kind of like NingXia Red. NingXia Red is a antioxidant. Ledum is a super antioxidant for the liver. That's right. All oils are antioxidants. So how strong, how little, it's just a strong one, very strong. It's what we used when Joey's liver had some high elevated enzymes, which we don't know why. It could have been he was staying up late, but once we started on the protocol, it all came back down to normal within a year.
So JuvaFlex is it's external then?
No, you can take it internally.
Okay.
It's in the Vitality line. Yeah.
Okay.
I usually rub it on because it's another one that doesn't really taste good. So even if you put it in a capsule, sometimes you burp it up and it, doesn't always taste good.
But liver tone in that case, if you're having liver issues, they used to have JuvaTone, now they have liver tone. Although I'm not sure it's back in stock yet.
No, it's not.
Yeah, JuvaFlex is a good one. Just JuvaCleanse helps digest if you have any gallbladder stones, type of like that. GLF helps to digest all that. They're just more in depth. They're just good stuff. When my daughters have had a lot of liver issues and stuff, we've used those and it really helps. Sometimes people will have liver issues that will cause digestion problems, and the GLF and the JuvaCleanse will help, especially if you're sensitive to carbs. Sometimes people will use those two to help the body digest the food, because liver is important to our digestion.
Mhm.
It's why sometimes you'll eat a carb and immediately your liver will be like, I am pissed. Like you'll have what's called almost like a carb cramp in your liver, and it's like, no, didn't like that. That was bad. Try again.
Right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Does anyone else have any other questions tonight for Danielle? Those are the supplements that we went over. Dan, of course, touched on alkaline, and we talked about that the other one. I was telling him, Danielle, that's a great one if you feel like you're starting to come down with something, you know,
Alkaline.
alkaline, morning and night for 2, 3 days. Usually will kick anything. I found it does. Of course, in taking inner defense. And then, electrolytes. That's one of my questions I was going to ask. So, because a lot of people say, oh, if I don't have the electrolytes are out, can I just buy the Plus Energy? But do the Plus Energy have electrolytes in them as well, or are those different?
No, they both have electrolytes, just one's for energy. It's kind of like your nitro. Stop it at 3 o'clock. Like, unless you want to be woohoo, at 1 o'clock. Yeah. It's kind of like, and it's a substitute. We're trying to make it to where when people use energy drops, this is the healthy alternative. It's kind of like nitro and electrolyte had a baby.
Right, exactly. So when you're doing the energy, those ones, it's recommended that you really not do the Plus Energy after 3 or 4 in the afternoon, correct?
Yeah. Just like you would coffee or any other or nitro. If you don't, even Juvatone or Livertone, I find Juvatone I couldn't take after a certain time. If I took it past 3 o'clock, I was up at night because the Juva would nourish my liver so much. I had tons of energy at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, I
Right.
found out the hard way. I was doing the jade lemon at night, and I was up until like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, the energy is energizing. It's it'll keep you up.
Well, it has Brazilian guarana seed in it, which is a natural form, has its own natural form of like caffeine, so
I mean,
it gives you energy.
yeah, it's not bad. I love it. Just again, maybe stop at 3 a.m., 3 p.m., and then switch to the non ones, or do alkaline, NingXia Red, and water.
When are they going to be bringing them back? Because it's been quite some time.
Yeah, I'm wondering if they're branding it as well. Somebody
Oh.
was asking me that too. I'm gonna have to check the outer stock and list and see what they're saying.
Yeah, because
I
they're
can,
even out of grapefruit and the lavender. The only thing they really have is the jade lemon berry. And I
that's
miss the
that's energy.
yeah,
Yeah,
and I miss the tangerine mint. That was my favorite.
Tangerine spearmint. I
Yeah.
have a bottle, Jeanette, Michelle, of the lemon lavender lemon one. If you want,
Oh,
you
I have the lemon, but I miss the tangerine one.
right, yeah.
That's my favorite.
you could probably make it. You could probably take some honey, a little bit of like Himalayan salt or whatever
Oh,
salt you use, and do maybe like 1 drop of spearmint, 1 drop of tangerine with some honey. Mix it all up, and then see what like a little dab in water would do for you.
okay.
Yeah, just you when we're out, make your own. I mean, they're convenience, but you probably
Right.
can easily, make your own. I'm a do-it-yourselfer, so whenever we're out, I'm like, okay, well, let's get creative. I have 5 kids. Um,
Oh,
it's been a busy week. My third oldest child graduated college last Friday. But when you have
oh,
5 kids, you just okay. And whenever they're out of stuff, I go, okay, well, what am I going to try differently? Because I know there's a sub. So what? And I find so much fun stuff, you know, that I wouldn't have found otherwise that way. So I just creative.
I did write a message into our Royal Crown Diamond, Marcella Von Harding, and talk to her about the supply issues and ask her if she could contact me and shed any light on what was going on. So
Yeah, even the liver tone and that whole trio has been out for going on 2 months now.
whole body detoxification is back in now, but liver tone is still out. I called and
Oh,
talked to my leadership line. So whole body came in the first part of May. So the powder cleansing, that's in. It's just the trio's out, but you can buy JuvaFlex separately as well as the whole body. So if you just, right now we're out of the liver tone. And I've been checking it every week with them because I have several. Thyramain's been out. I understand it's coming back in. So, and then also CardioGize is out and the electrolytes and Kids Sense Unwind. And because I do the mapping, I have people who are on these things and they're starting to get a little impatient with me about it. And I'm like, everyone needs to understand this one thing about when we're doing nature, we got nature. And there's only so much of nature. So Young Living won't compromise its quality or on the product. So I mean, they
right.
had green one year, they dumped it because the constituents weren't right. They'd rather dump it than bottle it. So so we were out of wintergreen for a year. So you have to understand that, and Gary, when I went to the Marcella von Harding, the Royal Crown Diamond I was talking about, spoke at 2019 at the beauty school over there at Zermatt Spa and Resort in Midway, Utah. And Gary told her, Marcella, we don't have enough. There's not enough oils for everyone. We can't grow the plants fast enough, and we just can't grow enough. So he said it was trying to encourage her. So if people say they don't want it, just shake the dust off and move on. But it was a very important point to understand that, when a crop, they do a crop and harvest, and if it's all good, there's only a certain amount that comes out in the harvest every year. And they can make what they can make. And when it's gone until the next harvest can happen. So this is why we tell people, it's good to stock up on some things. It's good to, plan a little bit ahead. I also understand budgets and sometimes, but, and that's why loyalty is great. But yeah, so just know that it's not even anything that Young Living's like, they're doing because they won't compromise. And so I get that. And that's one of the things I love and appreciate about them. They won't compromise. So, but when we're out of something, I understand, I feel your pain because I've been sharing some of my things with other people so they would have it. And so, and I'm happy to do that. And but anyway, it's just, and that's why I said I have a couple of bottles of that stuff if people, need something. And it's something that you're like, it's part of my routine. I love it. I use it. And then I would want you to have it because I don't want you to be skipping it. But yeah, I got some people that are seriously need that CardioGize. I mean, they have serious things going on that is helping them. And so I feel I know. I'm as frustrated as you, but I mean, we have to try not to get into that energy too much and just understand, okay. And that's why there's substitutes. And Danielle's talking about it. If we're out of this, then do that.
Yeah, if I didn't have CardioGize, I would probably do longevity capsules and Agilis.
Well, they suggested master formula at the head Young Living. So I got people using master formula right now until that comes. And Olive Essentials. I put them on Olive Essentials too.
Marcelo taught a class maybe 16 years ago. And she said, if you can get people on hope, and I think H was
whole vitamin.
Mm-hmm. O P was probiotics. E was enzymes. And what was O?
O was omegas. Mm-hmm. Omegas. So
Yeah.
your like your NingXia, your omegas, your omega fatty acids, your
Yeah.
probiotics, and your digestive enzymes,
The
enzymes. Yeah.
whole your H would be whole master's formula. So strangely enough, master's formula can sometimes, that was weird. Hold on. Sometimes master's formula, she said, you just do all of those three, and sometimes that'll fix everything that people are needing to have fixed.
Besides the targeted, maybe you don't even need the targeted, or you
Yeah,
could.
yeah. She said start there first. She said
Right.
because she's so surprised at how people are. You know what I was saying is everybody's depleted. Our
Right.
bodies are depleted. Fix those nutritional reservoirs and action, and see what happens after that. Like if you're not in a health crisis,
Right.
but
Right.
so master's formula, yeah, actually that's part of the hope, and I would say yeah, it would probably help people. But yeah,
So there is Young Living is releasing a new Master Cellular Nutrition. I've heard it's something that eventually will be replacing Master Formula, but I mean that's kind of what the scuttlebutt is on the street. But so no one quote me on that. I don't know if Danielle's heard that yet either. But I was reading some comments on a Jacob Young video that he did. So, but I think. I mean that's a new one that's coming too, but I like so we're going to talk about NingXia Red next month because we're going to talk about Eat the Rainbow. So we're going to talk about that and Master Formula in more in depth, and this introduce the Master Cellular Nutrition. But I was wondering if someone should they take both Master Formula and drink NingXia Red, or is it one or the other?
okay. Master's formula. Okay, NingXia Red is a whole food supplement.
Right.
It's like amazing energy drink, gives your body, absorbs very well. It's amazing. Master's formula would be if you are used of a multivitamin, and
Right.
so you would substitute that for a multivitamin.
Right.
I
So the reason
I feel like
I know
two
it has
different.
aminos, it has everything in it too. So that's really where my question's coming from. If it has all your vitamins, all your minerals, all your aminos, and protein and all the stuff, so I'm just curious because I've actually wondered about it.
Master's also has like turmeric and other things like that.
Okay.
So it's a little bit more intense nutritional wise. We'll get Master's formula
Okay.
and we'll throw it on
Not that.
yeah, we'll throw it on the I have what kind of like four little bowls in on my island, and I'm not one to take something every day, but I just am not. My body will say, you know what, you need that. So we'll have Master's formula. Sometimes we'll have Mighty Pro. We'll just have different little things in there.
Okay.
Maybe the Unwind. Maybe even some Thieves Cough Drops, and then the family will just go and supplement themselves as needed. We'll have NingXia Red in our icebox, Nitro, and everybody just goes and grabs what their body needs. But when you're going through like a busy time and you know your body's kind of going, that's when you can, again, like I was saying with the Sulfurzyme, you can start stockpiling. It's like putting in the bank. Here's the nutrition. You're just banking nutrition. You're giving the cells everything it could possibly need. A wide spectrum food-based supplement. I feel like NingXia Red is a little bit less food. I mean, it's not as wide.
Okay. And
I
that makes sense.
I feel like it's not as wide. The Master's formula is a multivitamin. For example, when I was pregnant and they're like, hey, take these pregnancy vitamins. I'm like, nope. I took Master's formula for women and I just doubled it. And I would take it at night. So they were like, well, what's the equivalent? So I would probably, if I was pregnant, I would, again, we're just trying to make sure we cover all the nutritional deficiencies. So I guess that's what I would say. I would say NingXia Red is great for the whole body and does supplement the whole body, but the Master's formula has a wider range. It's more like an encyclopedia.
Master's formula, is that a pill, a liquid, I'm not
Uh,
familiar with it.
It's 5. I think it has 5 capsules, and they're food-based nutrition. It has like omegas, NingXia Red. You have some B vitamins. It's just everything. It has. It's junk pot. It's like 5.
I think last time I checked, I think it's 4 capsules.
Yeah, it
Now
comes in a little packet. All your little packets, so you don't have to worry about.
open it up and take them all. And basically the other thing that does is it has a certain technology in it that actually releases things at different times of the day for you in the
Oh,
master.
okay.
The Masters formula is pretty amazing. So, like I said, I'll use my reward points. I'll get a bunch, and I'll put it on the table. And when we're feeling like we're going through just a time where we're maybe not eating as well as we should, and we know that we're in a busy season, we'll just self dose and just supplement.
It's designed, it comes in a box of 30 ready to go packets. You can grab one every day. And we'll go over it more about everything that's in it next month when we're talking about, because it's got a laundry list full of food, full of stuff in it.
Yeah, and because it's food based, your body absorbs it really, really well.
Yeah.
That's why NingXia Red is so well. Anything food based, a lot of what you get on the shelf, the vitamins aren't food based, so that's why they'll go in the sewers and the septic tanks, and you have vitamins just floating around because your body didn't absorb it. You will absorb everything in the Masters formula.
Yeah, it doesn't even break them down. So like she's saying, you literally poop them out. So you can, but Dan and I say it nicer, say creating expensive pee, but you're literally creating expensive poo too.
Yeah. Because your body cannot break it down.
Yeah, they've done it in such a way. That's why it's really important. And Young Living looks at all that stuff, because if you can't break it down, you can't assimilate it, and it doesn't become bioavailable and all that good stuff. So it's really important. And that's the same thing that happens even with a lot of pharmaceuticals, is they go straight through a person out into the sewer system and the water, and and the land, and so this is one of the reasons why, if we can take natural stuff, then it's just better all the way around. So okay, well, does anyone have any other questions about any of the alkaline the vitality drops or Sulfurzyme or mineral essence tonight? So, but well, I appreciate you being here, Danielle. Last call for questions.
Can you
No,
put
just
some of this information somewhere? Like, some of these recipes or combinations of,
She has a website.
oh,
I'll see. I have the Facebook group. I'll see what I can do on the special Danielle recipes. I do. Not sure if I have.
I have your book. I have a couple of some of your books, Danielle. We're going to give some of those away in drawings.
Yeah. I'm not sure if I have the electrolyte drinks, but I'll work on that. You can't do it wrong. It's more like play around with it. Our products are so easy to.
so it can't hurt you, just benefits you.
And a lot of these recipes, you kind of want to play around with it. You can make your own lavender lemonade. You just do lemon, lavender, honey, and water. You can make your own lavender lemonade. Like, just play around with it.
Yeah.
And you see your preference. I have somebody puts lavender in their coffee. I'm still trying to scratch my brain on that one. But
Go ahead. I was just going to say, on Saturday, Danielle, I have a Sip and Hydrate, that 6-page ebook that Young Living has made that show the vitality and different fruit infused and all sorts of recipes for water and making stuff. So
good.
Yeah.
Yep. Perfect. All right. Well, thank y'all. I hope that
thank
was
you,
enjoyable.
Danielle.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank
All
you.
right.
So before everyone runs off, I just want to remind you that Thursday, if anyone wants to share a takeaway, we can stay on and do that. But on Thursday, don't forget, Doris will be back with a new Mind Matters. She's going to talk about how our emotions impact our water in our body. So that'll be I think that'll be a wonderful class and talking about, our emotions, our thoughts, our words and stuff, actually what they do to the water in the body. So we kind of touched on some of that, but she's going to dive deeper into that. So I think that'll be a great class on Thursday. And then Saturday, I will be teaching, and that's free, open to the public. You can invite friends and family to get on. We're going to talk about a little bit of essential oil basics, but focus on the vitality line and what that's about. And then next month, when we're talking about Eat the Rainbow, Danielle's going to we'll talk about some of these products, but we're going to talk about how you can cook with the vitality line, use the oils in your food and salad dressings and marinades and all sorts of wonderful things. So,
Sweet.
all right. Okay. Well, it was wonderful to see everybody. Now I just see all the names. So thank you everyone for being here tonight. Susan, Hale, Danielle, Jeanette, Michelle, and Lisa. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening and peaceful evening, relaxing evening, and then a great rest of your week. And we'll see you on Thursday.
Thanks.
Okay,
Bye.
good night. Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you. Good to
Bye.
see you all. Bye.
We'll see you next time.
Okay, take care of yourself.
Stop the recording now.
Okay, bye.
Bye.